So was Muhammad a prophet, lunatic, or liar? I have my answer. What's yours?
Is it an either or? Can it be a both and?
Well, you tell me. What
All
are the
right.
two you want to choose? See if they contradict each other.
So a prophet, he would be a false prophet. A false prophet.
All right, so then so he's not a prophet.
Not a prophet.
All right, so you got two other options, or
Is
you
he
can throw another option.
Is he a liar? To be honest, I don't think he was a liar because he truly believed he was possessed in the cave. It was his mother, it was his wife and uncle that convinced him that was the prophet, Gabriel, Angel Gabriel. That now this is interesting. This is a lot of people don't know this part, but when Muhammad was in the cave, he describes like an experience that his heart was ripped out of his chest.
That's right.
Split, drained, and put back and shoved back in his heart. Basically, he felt possessed. And when he went out...
He was afraid too. He was. That was what he said to his wife at the time, right?
So I believe he was actually not lying.
Right. So that leaves you with an option.
And then they convinced him, no, you're a prophet of God. And it was only 40, similar age, right? Here we go. Yeah. This is the age of realization. So as a 40-year-old, here he goes, and he goes out and he has to start convincing people about him being a prophet. And that's over time, he started to build up his followers. And so he had a lot of different peasants around, and they would come follow. And then he would try to convince the Jews, but then they didn't buy it. And then he got angry with them and started to call them, infidels. And so it's an interesting story when you follow it all. But he did do one thing. I have to give him one thing.
Do that and then give us your answer.
Yeah.
You still need to...
I still got one more, right?
Well, is he a lunatic? Maybe he's a lunatic. Maybe there's another option, so you could come up with that. Right. I would say he was possessed. And I think that Islam has good in it, but is demonic ultimately. Not in that it's has an absence of any good in it, or there aren't good teachings, or even things that we can agree with Muslims that we would disagree with secularists. But I do think that I think he was possessed or mad or both.
Yeah, probably.
Because if you can't call him prophet, no, right, and you don't want to call him a liar, and if someone's claiming to receive revelation, he's either deluded. So maybe you don't want to go all the way and say that he was mad. You might say he was deluded. You might say he was hallucinating. You might say he was possessed. I think it's one of those. Whereas if I look at Joseph Smith from Mormonism, I would say I think he's a liar.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah,
interesting. So,
but I think as you say that, I know it's very difficult to say something like that and then at the same time say, I really mean no disrespect to those who would follow Islam. I'm not trying to say bad things about you. The Muslim who's watching the show right now, like you might have all sorts of objections to level against Christianity, but you can still give me the benefit of the doubt of being a man of goodwill, and I could give you that benefit of the doubt while still criticizing your religion, but I don't mean any personal offense to you.
Perfect. Yeah. What's the saying? You play the ball, not the player. The ball. So it's the issue, it's the ID, and we're not making a personal judgment of Muslims.
Right.
And again, a reminder: we love Muslims. They're made in the image and likeness of God. They will face the same judge as we will. We all will face the same judge. We'll all be treated the same. But
you cannot be a Christian and call Muhammad a prophet.
No,
can't.
No.
Have you seen what Thomas Aquinas has to say about Islam?
Can
you, Neil, if you have time, go to pintswithaquinas.com, type in Muslim or whatever, and there's an episode where we read what Aquinas has to say in the Summa Contra Gentiles against Muhammad. It's brutal. Wow. We won't read it now, but if you can put a link in the description to what Aquinas has to say about Muhammad.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
St. Francis of Assisi as well, right?
Yeah.
He went out.
Because he went to try to convert something or other, some Muslim leader.
And that's it. You've got to. We've got to just do the same thing. Present the truth in love, and never make it personal.
Because no one is super open to the thing you're telling me about. If while you're telling me about it, you're also insulting me or coming off as super condescending. It's very hard to hear you if you're doing that.
Exactly. And I know we need to respect that. Like flip the tables.
Yeah.
Do we like it if people are insulting
the
Blessed
don't.
Mother and then all you Catholics are idol worshippers and all you Catholics are this or that?
Right.
No, it's not nice. It's not right.
No.
We were talking about truth here, and it's an objective thing, and we have to look at it in unity and in peace, and and with an openness.
Yeah, there's a great deal we can learn from our Muslim friends. A great deal.
Oh, my
I think
goodness.
Christianity would become a lot more masculine if it would look to how Muslims practice their faith.
They have elements of the truth.
Yeah.
And that's what we say all religions have, elements of the truth, some more or less than others.
Yep.
And we do say, not with pride, but with joy, we found the fullness of truth. The Catholic Church contains the fullness of that truth. Now, we have to continue to discover that and let it penetrate. If you don't understand something, pray for understanding, but there is the fullness. But every other faith would have more or less some aspects of that truth, So we're all searching for it, and keep searching until you find it, because once you find it, the truth will, in fact, set you free, and you will be free. And you would find peace as well. You won't be at peace until you find that freedom. You won't find that freedom until you start searching for the truth, and you don't find the answers in the truth until you have an open heart and separate yourself. It's not personal. Don't get all personal here. Is this right or wrong? And it's not either or. It's not both and. It's one or the other.
Yeah.
It's right or it's wrong. Anyway.
Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment below letting us know what you thought about the video.